We got our Spypoint camera here, the Micro Solar. I needed to get a case for these things so the bear don't break them. When I put these out in the woods, the bears find them, they smell them, and they start pulling on my cameras and they break it. So especially when cameras cost this much money nowadays, I like to get them in a metal case. They do sell metal cases with this. I looked on Cabela's and the case for this thing was $50. $50 for a metal box to put this in. It's crazy how much they cost. I found a site on the internet called Academy Sports. I don't know if it's a real store or it's just online. I have no idea. Academy Sports was selling cases for the Spypoint Micro. For the Spypoint Micro, they were selling these cases for $4.99, $5. But if you look at it, it's the SB300. So if it was for the solar, it would have an S right next to it. So I said, well, wait a second. It's the same case, except for the top might be a little bit different for the solar panel to fit through. So if this doesn't fit in here, I've got my saw with me, and I'm just going to cut this wider to make it fit for $5. So I bought, how many did I buy? I bought 6 of them. Right here. Here's my receipt. It's unbelievable. Look at that. $4.99. And with tax and everything, I got 6 cases for $37. That's crazy. I said, I don't care. For that much money, I'll cut them. I'll make these suckers fit. So let's open it up and let's see what it does. We got to take our strap out. All right, so let's look at this here. Here's the camera. Now, if it didn't have this solar panel on it, it would fit right inside that thing, just like that. It's made for this. It's made for the Micro without the solar panel, but it does have a cutout on the top. That thing fits in there perfectly. I mean, it doesn't jiggle inside there or anything. That thing is made for that specifically. Wow. Look how that's in there. No space at all. But here's the moment of truth. Okay, so to me it looks like it's hitting right here, this corner right there. It seems like this side will fit because I have the notches lined up on the 2 sides, and the only thing that's stopping it from going down is this little corner. So I got my saw and I'm going to take this corner off. Not even a lot, just a little bit. My first cut. Should really have this in some sort of vise or something. Okay, so I just widen this by like, I don't know, by a 1/4 inch. So I widen that by like a 1/4 inch. I notched that side off a little bit. So let's see if it can fit on here now. Okay, so now this whole front, it looks like this whole front's got to get cut out because you can see how it's trying to slide down. It's trying to come down, and this solar panel comes all the way out to the edge of it, so it actually I think I'm going to have to cut this whole front off. So let's try that. Okay, so I cut that whole top piece off now, and it's just held on by this little front part. So I tried to cut this out, and what I just learned is, see this tab that comes up like this? It seems like it's a bent piece of metal right here and right here. So the whole top just folds over, and I don't think it's connected on the sides. So technically, I guess I could take this whole top off if I just cut across the front and just broke these tabs off and just leave the top completely open like this. That's it. That's the top. Right here, it seems I probably could have left like a 1/4 inch across the top, across the front of that, but that whole top needs to come off. Let's look at another one and compare. So here's what the top is, and right here, these two corners just came right off. You can see right here, if I pull on that, that probably comes right off. I don't think that's welded or anything. It's just folded over. Yeah, see, I'm pulling on it, and it's coming apart. It looks like it's only held here and here, but like paint. But this bend is the strength right here. So let's cut this one up. Okay, so the second one, I left a little bit more material across this top piece, across the front here, a little wider. So you can see, there's the first one I cut. I just cut that flat, but then the second one, I left a little bit of material on across the top. See it fit in the back. That's a perfect fit. And here's the second one. That's it. And actually, I probably could have left a little bit more material on there too. Let it actually touch on the front. And you can still put your cable through it too. That hole goes right through. See that? Goes through this case. Your snake cable, the hoops on the back of the camera right there, and through the holes here. So you can screw this right to the tree on any one of these screws or post or whatever, screw it right on, put your camera in and run your cable around it, and it'll keep your camera in there. Or you could use your strap. It still has the holes. You could hold it on with a strap and just put a regular lock. So you can use a regular lock or the snake cable lock on there. But that's it. So I'm gonna cut, I've got 4 more to cut, and I'm gonna leave a little bit more across this front. There's the finished job. We got them all cut, and we turned the Spypoint SB300s that Cabela's is trying to sell for $50 into SB300Ss for solar by cutting off the tops, and we got them for $5 a piece. Where's the total? Right there. So with tax, 37 bucks. $5 a piece instead of $50 a piece. Crazy. I could have been a little bit more perfect, cutting this off a little straighter. I could even left a little bit more material across the front. Some of them I left a little thicker than other. I just got the jigsaw and just ran it right down. This was the first one. See how thin that was. But once you run that snake cable through the side, you can even bring the snake cable back and through here and then lock it, because then you can't, because then you won't be able to take that top off at all with one cable. So there's a little bit of a money saver, and that's just so that the bears don't tear up the camera. Now they could still chew on this solar panel, they could still rip off the antenna, but hopefully the actual camera is still operable. The antennas are replaceable. You can just re-screw on another antenna if a bear pulls that off. But they can't chew on the camera, and that's what I was looking for. Besides the solar panel, they can mess up your solar panel, I guess, and I don't know if that's replaceable or not, but there's no way around that. You can't block that solar panel, so unless they made a case that came all the way up and it went around the solar panel on an angle, but that would be expensive, I'd imagine. But that's it.